Okay, I'm Mary Louisa Cinco, but people just call me Liz. And I was born in Ongacharangai, Kenya, and I moved here 4 years ago. I've been through a lot of stereotypes, and I guess people don't really mean it, but they actually come in different ways. Like, people don't expect it to be stereotypical, but it is. For example, people have asked me, Liz, like, I know you live in Africa, do you have like monkeys or little gazelles just roaming around your like neighborhood and stuff? And I guess it's what people have learned before, or like the internet or stuff like that. It's not really what they expect it to be. Sometimes it's not directly faced it towards me, but like it's what they've learned or what they've heard before. And like it's pretty much a society growing into this thing, onto this typical like humongous blob pretty much. So okay, so it was a group of like American people, and they came in and to a school, and we did all this stuff with them. And at first we were like, oh, that's cool, wazungu, so like foreign people. And we were like, it was all chill until they started giving us pencils or pens that bought from like America and giving it to us, saying, oh, you should look at this, write it down, or look at how like we've got American stuff. Or they will add, like they'll sing songs from America. And I think the point of coming to our culture is so that we can teach you stuff from our culture and not the other way around, because you're not trying to change the people in the culture you go to, you're trying to adapt to what they're doing as well. So that's the whole point. It was very hard at first, that's for sure. I mean, at first it was trying to switch my accent into matching Canadian people, and sometimes it would get too overwhelming. And some like just getting used to the culture here is pretty hard. But you also have to remember to keep your culture back home, and that's like what I do. I still keep my same culture, like same morals back home as I did like in Kenya. But just switching to just knowing what's happening in Canada, just switching to like talking like a Canadians here was pretty hard for me. Like it took me a while, and my accent is kind of still there, but I switch when I go home. I will like go home and I'll say the groceries in the car, and then here I will say the groceries in the car. So I will completely change it, and I learned how to switch my my how it's called, my style of talking between the two periods, like in school and in at home. So yeah, it's still pretty hard, but I try and manage through it. I think it's been a really good experience to even talk to them, see how the perspective of Canada is and how much they're enjoying it, or seeing how their perspectives in general is just pretty cool. I think Pamoja is doing a great job with it, and I think that Pamoja is giving them great opportunity to do great things.
I understand that you've been writing a book,
Yeah.
and that makes me very happy personally. But I was just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about it.
Okay. I've been writing a book called Different, and it's literally political views and how not everything is perfect, how everything has a flaw, and that's pretty much it. But like, it's just about this girl's journey, seeing what life really is, and seeing how political things are actually in general. So that's pretty much the whole book.
What made you want to write a book?
I don't know. Well, it was actually a very interesting story. At first, I think when the France thing happened and like the bombing, and like you wouldn't expect that to happen because, it's France, it's a pretty well off country and stuff like that. And I was like, well, not everything is really perfect. Maybe there's like anything can happen to anybody, right? And like, what can the government do to help and stuff like that? And I was like, oh, let's just write a book about this. Let's write a book about like my imagination of what would actually happen and what is actually happening. So yeah, that's how I started writing Different.
You're so smart. Oh my god. I was not thinking about that stuff in grade 9.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
No problem. It was great having you.